This is the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Our score Saturday from Durham: Pitt 58, Duke 55. Wow. Arch, 58 points would be enough to beat anybody, but just by 3?
Yeah, in regulation, not a basketball score. We saw guys make plays all over the field. And, yes, there were some defensive plays that made a lot of difference in this game.
Yes, they were, especially by Duke in the second half that held Pitt to 3 and out for 3 straight times while they were trying to score points to catch up. Well, you talk about individual performances. Pitt has long talked about having one running back that'll come in and carry the mail. They may have found it today in James Conner.
James Conner was outstanding today. Phenomenal player. He's 6'2", 230 pounds. And we saw every facet of his game. The battering ram facet where he shoves it in the end zone. How about the nimble ability to bounce to the outside, make people miss, and then be able to step on the accelerator once he gets in the hole. He was phenomenal. 26 carries, 173 yards, and a touchdown. And he was not to be outdone because here comes Tyler Boyd, another freshman who was great last week, over 100 yards this week, 8 catches, 154 yards, and 3 touchdowns as they couldn't cover him. He was open all day long, and Tom Savage found him all over the field.
Yes, he did. And then you take a look at the Duke side, and, of course, Brandon Connett, after throwing 2 interceptions early, got himself back in shape and got his team back in the ballgame.
Well, I was really impressed with the way he hung in because he did he made a couple mistakes early in the game, but then just continued to play and make plays. Here he gets Brandon Braxton. Braxton races for a touchdown in the second half, and Duke continued to claw themselves back into the game. Here's the Connett keep. He gets himself in the end zone again. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 101 yards on the ground.
And that big pick there to Gonzalez. Looked like the game was over at that point. He runs it in from 33 yards out, but no, it's not over.
Well, he didn't quit. Connett didn't quit. That's why David Cutcliffe loves who he is. He comes back and makes plays for him. Ultimately, just wasn't quite enough.
And our Rachel Barbeau talks with Pittsburgh coach Paul Chris.
All right, Coach, a lot of points scored on either side of the ball today. Your opposition as well. What's the defensive takeaway today?
Well, I mean, I think if we didn't have their take, the one thing we did do is we took the ball away, and those were huge. And we made it a hard game, and both teams made plays. Depends which way you want to look at it, but we obviously got a lot of things to clean up. But you appreciate any time you go on the road and get a win, and you need to appreciate that. But we certainly got some work to do.
Coach, you told us in meetings that you wanted this team to make their own history. What does it say about your club that they faced the adversity on the road, but you were able to get the victory?
Stop self-inflicting, the pains. But, it's there's a lot to take away from this game, and there's positives and there's, things certainly we got to clean up. But, you got to enjoy it right now, and then we'll go back to work tomorrow.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Steve.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Quite a day in Durham. This is the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday as Pitt beats Duke 58-55.